actually introduce myself for clarity purposes on this issue. My name is Tammy Rojas. I'm a leader in Put People First PA, as well as I'm on the coordinating committee of the Pennsylvania Poor People's Campaign, a national call for more revival. Today is actually a very poetic, spiritual moment for our group tonight. This is actually the 1-year anniversary where we stood in this very room, where we stood at this very podium, trying to save the legacy of the old St. Joseph Hospital. Not just for ourselves, but for every one of you up at that panel, and every single resident in this community. So this is a very special, very important topic and issue that we are talking about right now. And it's very depressing that there is no human aspect coming out of this. That we're talking numbers, we're talking zoning, we're talking things from economic and buildings, not about like how this is going to hurt the people. What are the kind of things that we're going to experience when we no longer have that as a hospital? What does that mean? Do you know the history of St. Joseph Hospital? Do you know that when the nuns took it over and first started, they struggled actually making the ends meet? They had no salaries, they ran that hospital. Do you know that they used to sleep on the second floor and allowed the homeless to sleep on the first floor? You need to understand that the history that this hospital means to the community. I'm very familiar with UPMC. We have researched them and organized against them for the entire past year. We have connected with other organizations that are very familiar with the tactics of UPMC, their business tactics, how they actually profiteer off of healthcare. They do not have our best interest at heart. I can bet you that the people that they have lined up to buy these properties will not utilize this as a mixed use in any way that's going to benefit this community. So not only are we losing a very important healthcare facility that actually used to cater to the poor and dispossessed in our community, and now we've lost that. I mean, literally, like, we owe nothing to UPMC. They owe us for what they did to our community. They bought 4 hospitals with a tax-exempt $750 million bond from the state, and they just stated that they were going to basically repair these hospitals, but they didn't specify where. Well, look what they did. They closed this hospital. Do you think we're the only hospital? They've been closing hospitals across the state in this country. The people just lost the hospital in Sunbury. They're about to close that in March. Do you know that the people in Sunbury actually contacted us to actually help them organize against y'all? Because you need to understand, like, this is a big, serious issue. This isn't just zoning a piece of property. This is a very important issue, and we need to take a pause. Trust me, the way that the economy is going right now, the way that Lancaster is not only promoted but advertised to the outside world, the big players that we have involved in investing in our community, including Bloomberg, Michael Bloomberg with the Love Your Block program and things like that, there will be desire to sell that property. It doesn't matter if we wait a year or 2. That property will sell. It is totally fine. It's not going to go empty forever. And I'm glad that our team was able to make it to that public meeting and did speak out. Believe me, I've watched that footage several times. I wish I could have been there. I was in D.C. that day. I'm actually honestly dismayed that our mayor even compared a hospital that, I mean, it's only been a year, right? So let's breathe for a minute. She compared it to the Steely Silk Mill. That was actually rather frustrating to hear that comparative, because it's not equivalent to that whatsoever. And the people have been hurt by UPMC, not only just like I said in our community, but across the state, and they are so frustrated and angry that the people are literally itching to take them one statewide. So could you imagine if our community could honestly come together for something? I mean, listen to what Eric said. We have an opportunity to make history, and for the first time really come together as a community and put something in that space that's going to actually mean something and help out our residents. We can wait. We can rezone it later once we find developers that are going to develop the things that we need. And we have a plan in mind of what's gonna go there before we rezone. Because once you agree to rezoning, there is no guarantee that we will get the things we need. And we're already fighting everything enough that we can't just keep fighting like this. We've gotta like come together. This is very personal to me. As well as it is to many other people in the community. And I'm very disheartened that something that means this much to the community, that has the kind of history that it has with the community, to witness the last church service, that was holy Catholic ground. You need to like understand the spirituality, the personal connection, the religious connection to that property. This is not just land. This is something so much more. And that's what everyone needs to understand. And I really think we need to take a pause. We need to take a pause and we need to come together as a community. And I don't honestly care about what UPMC thinks, and I honestly, this is not a decision that should be made with what's in the best of their interest. It should be what's made in the best interest of our community. And that's where our focus should be.